has dried up. She said she's off home. She's taking forever to put on her coat, and you know what? She will stay for that last cup of tea after all.
I do wonder which swivel-eyed loon Tory MP Thangam Debbonaire is talking about. Hello there, I do hope you're all well. Now, what a slow news day it's been today, eh? Nothing much happened today, much. Only kidding, but, well, the Privilege Committee report dropped today, wasn't it? And, as you know, it was also business of the House as well, with Penny Mordaunt, yes, our Poundland Penny. Well, Labour's shadow leader of the House of Commons, is it? I think. She's read the report as well, and clearly this got Thangam Debonaire's dander up as well, because she didn't hold back. And she didn't not only give spaffer, the government, a bit of a pasting, she also gave those swivel-eyed loon, backbench, spaffer sycophants both barrels as well. What I want to know is, did she speak for you?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I thank the Leader of the House for the forthcoming business. Boris Johnson lied.
Boom, yes. I'll have a bit of that, totally agree. Give him it both barrels, Thangam, should I say.
He lied to MPs, he lied to the people of this country, he lied to nurses, doctors, care workers, bus drivers, everyone who was putting their own lives at risk during the pandemic. Why does this matter, Mr. Speaker? Because people sacrificed so much, and they deserved a Prime Minister who values truth and honour, one who leads by example, and it turns out they didn't have one. As I read this report this morning, and I thought of all those people, including constituents of mine, who couldn't say goodbye as loved ones lay dying because they stuck to the rules, because when they hear these headlines, they will be forced to relive their own hurt and anger. I thank the committee members for the thoughtful and considered work that they've carried out over a year under constant intimidation from the former Prime Minister and his friends. They did as we asked, diligently, and we should all be grateful. I am disappointed to hear that the attacks on them, a committee with a Conservative majority, a cross-party committee properly constituted, those attacks continue today, led by Mr. Johnson. His behaviour is shocking but not surprising. I was Shadow Leader of the House 2 years ago when he tried to rip up the rules to save his friend Patterson. Hundreds of Tory MPs voted with him, I'm afraid to say, including the current Leader of the House. And as we don't know what the motion on Monday will say, I ask her now, can she assure us that there will be no such similar attempt? Will she confirm the government will give the House the opportunity to approve and endorse the report in full?
Good question, but I have a feeling they won't. That's my feeling. I have a feeling they want to see the back of our spaffer, even though I could be wrong. But what do you guys think? Let me know down below.
This all brings into question the validity of Johnson's resignation honours list and the Prime Minister's support for it. With a lawbreaker and a liar rewarding his cronies, will the leader call on the Prime Minister to show some leadership for once and cancel these dishonourable honours? So, on the Prime Minister's incredibly poor judgment, is he so out of touch that he thought it was right that taxpayers' hard-earned money fund legal advice for Johnson's lies to the public? A shameful waste of money during a Tory cost of living crisis especially. This was a mess of his making. Does the leader think this was a good use of public money? Will the Prime Minister now demand that Boris Johnson pays back every penny? Now, we will return to this on Monday in full when I will face the Right Honourable Lady again. But on to a related matter, Madam Deputy Speaker. A week really is a long time in politics, especially if you're the member, or is it the former member, for Mid Bedfordshire, because who knows, she's had a busy week. Apparently barred from being a baroness, she then declared her departure, then threw a tantrum on Talk TV, seemingly resolved her resignation and launched a one-woman investigation into why she didn't get a peerage. This could now drag on for months, like the guest who outstays their welcome. When conversation has dried up, she said she's off home, she's taking forever to put on a coat, and you know what? She will stay for that last cup of tea after all. Is this really what people can expect from Tory MPs? So could the leader please clarify, is her colleague resigning or not? Does she agree that the good people of Mid-Bedfordshire actually deserve proper representation from their MP, as do also the people of Uxbridge and South Ruislip, Selby and Ainsley, and people up and down the country who cannot stomach a moment more of this Tory soap opera, with a Prime Minister too busy failing to get a grip on the sleaze and scandal engulfing his own party to focus on the cost of living, on crime, on NHS waiting lists, with so much to do and he can't even fill a full parliamentary day. What is the point of him? He is out of touch, out of ideas, unable to govern, he's breaking his promises, he's letting people down, and it's time he showed some actual leadership and let the people have their say and call a general election. Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker.
Boom. Now I'd buy that for $1. Absolutely brilliant. You could tell she was absolutely seething after reading that report. You could hear it in her voice and you could hear it in her breathing as well. She was absolutely hopping mad, wasn't she? Now, the thing is, I've watched a few of these Business of the House meetings on a Thursday morning, and let me tell you, Thangam Debbonaire thrives at the dispatch box. You get the feeling she enjoys it. She doesn't feel out of place, and she's a million miles away from Penny Mordaunt, so to speak. Whereas Penny Mordaunt's introverted, you can tell she's very introverted. Thangam Debbonaire is very, very extroverted and very animated, you could say. And I would say today she spoke for me. She said everything that I believe should have been said a long, long time ago in the House of Commons. And the thing is, I've no sympathy now for this Tory party for supporting this lying charlatan because they thought he was this electoral winner. And when they thought, well, he's bound to bumble and make a mistake, we'll just quietly drop him somewhere. The thing is, spaffer don't do quiet. He's not in the interest of being a team player. He's more interested in himself, isn't he? But anyway, what do you guys think? Did this fantastic Thangam Debbonaire speech speak for you? I know it did for me. So let me know. Leave your comments down below, and until the next time, I shall bid you farewell and take care, my friends.